Okay, let me share my screen. So yesterday we have discussed the very basics of Python. Today we'll get started with the data types. Yesterday we have seen integer, float, and boolean. So they are the very basic data types every language has. But there are some data types specific to Python. So let us see. Even the string that is common across all the languages. First, let us discuss about the strings. Strings are nothing but something which is enclosed in either single quotes or double quotes. Everything is considered as a string. Okay. So let us define a string Python. I have defined in double quotes. Let us print this and see the data type of it. String comma type of string. You know what type is. Type will identify the data type of the given variable. Okay, run it. So since this is the first time using this file, so it will take little time to spin up the kernel and all. Just a second, it will connect. It is nothing but the environment required to execute this Python program. Why is it taking so long? Let me restart this once. Okay, I don't know, it is taking time. Let me open another file, just the plain Python file, and run it from here. This we have to save it. Okay, see here, this has printed Python and also the string. This is of type string. Now, I want to know how many characters are there in this particular string. So, in order to know the number of characters, we should use the function called length. Okay, so L equal to length of st. Okay, and you can print this L. Length is a function used to find the number of characters in a string. This is applicable throughout all the data types except integer, float, and boolean. See, there are 6 characters in this string. It has 6 characters. Now, if I want first character or last character or some character in between, how you can get it? So that we can access using indexing. Okay, so the index starts from 0 and goes on till the length of string minus 1. So because the starting index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The last index is 5, but the length is 6, right? So the index goes on till the length of string minus 1. So I want to print first character in the string. Okay. First character, comma. So whatever is, while writing the print statements, observe carefully. Whatever I want to print the hard-coded values. Just print as it is. So then I have to enclose it in either single quotes or double quotes. And whatever you want to print the value of some variable, then you should not enclose it in the uh, quotes. Okay. Here I am trying to have the first character. So first character from where? From this st. St is one of the variable which is holding the string. So out of this, I want to know the first character. So this is called indexing. We have to enclose it in square brackets, and inside that we have to provide the index. right? So run this. So now you will find the difference between the notebooks and the plain Python file. Now see, every time I'm executing, it is starting from the beginning. I mean, it is giving the type. See here, it is printing the Python and it is giving the type. Again, it is giving the length. Now it is giving the first character. Let us run and see. See here, every time it is executing from the beginning. The first character is P. So it is printed good. Every time it started executing from the beginning, which is not required. Okay. In order to comment something, I don't want other lines of code to execute. So just comment this. Okay. See here, now these lines of code will not execute. I still want this st variable because on top of that, I'm going to do some operations, right? So I'm not going to comment this. But in the notebooks, if you define st in one cell, if you have executed that, it would be carried forward to the other cells as well. Okay. You don't need to define every time what is this st. So now let us run this again. See here, now it has printed only the first character P. So similarly, if you want to print other characters, just write print of second character. Second character will be at first index. Now it will print these two lines. Second character is py. So from left to right, the index starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So if you want to go from the back, I mean right to left, then we have to use negative indexing. So let us see. Print last element. So if you want to print the last element, so we have to use st of. If you know the length is 6, so the last index will be 5. Or if you don't know the index, but still irrespective of the length, you want to find out the last element, then you can use -1. So from right to left, the index starts with -1. From left to right, it starts with 0. Remember that carefully. Okay, so the last element is n. In the word Python, the last element is n. So similarly, the last second from the last, if you want second character, write -2. If you want third character from the last, write -3. So if you go from right to left, go with minus. Otherwise, left to right, it is a positive order with starting as 0. Okay, so that is about indexing. Now, here if you observe, at a time, we are accessing only one element at a time. What if I want multiple elements at a time? So let us see. I'm going to comment all of this again because I don't want all of these outputs. Now, uh, in this word Python, I want to print the characters from 1 to 3. Okay, 0, 1, and 2. So, in order to print a range of characters, we need slicing. Okay, let us see how that can be done. Print. I'm directly printing it, or else you can store it in the variables like last element equal to st of -1, second character equal to st of 1. Like that, you can store it in the variables and use those variables. Here, I'm directly printing them, not storing it in any variables. That is up to you. However, you want, you can do it. So now, string slicing. So we are operating slicing on the strings. That's why we call it as a string slicing. If we are doing it on the list, we call it as a list slicing or so and so on. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So string slicing. I want to print the characters from 0, 1, and 2. Only the first three characters I want to print. So what I can do is start st of. The starting index is 0. From 0, I want to print till the third character. Third character means second index. 0, 1, 2. Okay. Till t I have to print. But here you need to provide number 3 because in Python the last number is always exclusive. So if I provide 3, it will exclude the index 3 and it will go only the index 2. Okay, let us see. Okay, see here, string slicing. Only the first 3 letters of the string is printed. So though I have provided the index number 3 here, it is not considering because the last element in Python is always exclusive. Right. Now, what I will not specify the starting position. So it would be by default 0. If you do not specify the starting, so let us verify that. And the last, so I'm expecting the same. Here in the print statement, I'm not writing the additional any string. So see here in the string slicing, the output what we have got is pyt. Here also the output is pyt, which means indirectly if we do not specify the starting index, by default it will start from the beginning. Similarly, if you do not specify ending index, it will go till the end. So let us see. Print. I'm not going to specify any starting position or ending position. So I'll just provide colon here. So there is no starting, no ending. I'm not specifying anything. Then in this case, it will start from the beginning and will go till the end, which means it prints all the characters. It prints all the characters. Okay. See here, now it has printed all the characters. Why I'm not focusing on the previous outputs is we have already discussed what happens with the 0 to 3, what happens without the index, all that I have discussed. That's why I'm not going to the previous outputs uh, because this is a we are not able to execute one line at a time using the .py file. That's why every time it is printing all of them. So once we are done with certain concept, then I will comment all of that and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so without specifying the starting and ending positions, it will go till the end starting from the beginning. Okay, we have something called step size. Okay, in the slicing itself, we have something called step size. Here, if you observe, I did not specify starting position, ending position, but it has printed all the characters in a string. The complete string is printed, which means every time it is auto incrementing by one character. So from 0, it is immediately looking at the first. After first, it is immediately looking into the second character and so on till the length of the string. But now let us observe carefully print st of. So I'll specify the starting position as 0 and the ending position as 6 because the length of the string is 6 and the last character is always exclusive. So sixth index is not available here. Only till index 5 it is available. So I have to consider the last character. I have to take 6 here. Okay. So if you take like this, again it will print the whole string. No difference at all. See here, even with the above, without numbers or with numbers, it has printed the same thing. So by default, when we are not specifying any step size means how many characters to skip every time. Okay, after printing a certain character, how many characters you want to skip. So that we can decide by specifying the colon here. By default, let me write it in another line. St of 0 till 6 colon 1. By default, the step size would be 1. Even if I specify this or not, by default, the step size will be 1. Let us see. See here, again, the word Python is printed. All the 3 lines, these 3 lines are doing the same thing. Okay. Even though I specify the step size or not, uh, it is taking by default as one increment. Each character it is printing. So now this time I will increase the step size to 2 and observe what happens. See here, the first letter, we are starting with 0. The first letter is printed, and uh, I have specified the step size to, which means it will skip every alternate character. It will skip one character in between. After P, Y is missing and it has printed T, and the H is missing and it has printed O, and N is missing. So this is the meaning of step size. Step size means skipping the alternate characters, not alternate, depending on the number you have specified here. So those many number of characters will be skipped from the position where you have specified, right? So this is the step size now. So I don't want to start from the 0th character. I want to start from first character. Okay, now P will not be available because P is at 0th position. It starts with Y. Y will be printed. Next character will be missing and another character will be printed. Let us see. Okay. So now see. P is missing. Y is printed. Again P is missing. H is printed. O is missing and N is printed. So depending upon the starting and ending positions you specify and step size, it prints the relevant characters. If you specify the step size 3, 2 characters will be missing in between. Let's do that. 3. I'll specify the step size 3, which means 2 characters will be missing in between starting from 0th position. The first P will be printed. Next 2 characters Y and T will be missing. H will be printed. And again 2 characters will be missing. It goes on till the length of the string. See here, only 2 characters are printed. Right? So depending upon your requirement, you can do the slicing. So this is all in a positive order. We have done all it in a positive order. Let us do it in a reverse order. Now I'm going to comment everything. Okay, now slicing. If I want to print the string in a reverse order, okay, here if you see, we have printed without specifying any size. It has printed in the left to right order. Let us do this one more time. Okay, without specifying the step size, it has printed in the positive order. It means it has a starting index, it has an ending index. Starting index is from the beginning, ending is till the end, and step size is by default 1. So let us execute this way as well. Okay, still it is Python because by default it will be considering 1. Okay, so let us say if I consider 1 this time, still it is Python because starting is 0, ending is 6. Even though I do not specify, it will be from the beginning till the end. Okay, it is in the positive order, it is 1. Let us now define it as in a -1 order, which means now from the right to the left. See here the word, it is reversed. Python. The word Python is reversed now. So in the interviews, they will ask you how to reverse a string. Okay, how do you reverse a string? There are various ways. This is one of the simplest way I can say. Okay, reversing a string. So here if they ask you to write the indexes as well, here if you specify 0 and 6, it will not execute. Not execute in the sense it will not give the correct output. See here, this is the output of this previous line, but this is not printed. Okay, why? Because starting from 0 till 6, it is going from left to right, but how it can go in a negative order? It is not allowing. So for that, what we have to do is the index should also be in the same order from where I have to start from till where I have to go. In what order I have to go. That should be in a correct order. So if I'm saying go from left till the right, but in a negative order, it is not able to understand. That's why it is keeping quiet. Now it will be able to understand. See here. Now it was able to do it. See here, now the last character is not printed. E is missing because the last element, whatever you specify here, that would be exclusive. Okay, it will not be considered. So for that reason, we should not specify the last one. See, now it is printed. So this is the proof that last index will not be considered. Whatever index you specify is the end index, that will not be considered, that will be exclusive. Okay. In the reverse order also, if you want to skip any number of characters while printing from right to left, if you want to miss any characters in between, specify the step size. This is what we call it as the step size. Okay, see here. From the right to left, N is printed, O is missing, H is printed, P is missing, and Y is printed. Again, P is missing. So that's how the slicing works. Any doubts in the slicing? They might give a bigger string and they might ask you, I want to print so and so characters or miss some characters in between. They might ask you anything. Okay. So if you are good with the basics, you can do anything. Any doubts till here? Okay. If not, we'll continue. Just a second.
If you want to print only H, how can we do that in Python?
Only H. Then you
Only
have
H.
to know the specific index position.
Uh, we, um, okay.
ST of 0, 1, 2, 3. ST of 3. You have to know
If
the
it is a long
position.
string,
Otherwise, sorry?
if it is a like lengthy one, lengthy string, like if we have like
Okay,
about
then
15
there is another
characters.
way. If you provide the string, I mean, if you provide the character, then you have to get the index. There is another method. Let us see. If you want to know the index of the certain character, you don't know, that's a very big text. You don't know where that is, but you want to find st dot index of h. Okay, it is at third index. So by using this, you can get the value. Okay,
Okay. So it's gonna show the which position, then you, after that
yes,
we can print it. Okay.
right, right. So till now we have used numbers and have found the characters. If it is the other way, you don't know what is there in which position, but you are trying to find something. So then you can find st dot. St means the variable name dot index of whatever character you want. You can get that. So that will give the position. So by using that position, you get whatever you want.
If you have two, if you have two H's the same string, then
Then there are other methods that we need to find out using the regular expressions, not with strings. So we'll discuss that also, regular expressions. Okay.
okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think here also we can specify, 1 second, the index. Let us see here what are the values we can pass to index. Index of string starting. Okay, let me specify the index. I want to know the index of h. Let me write something. Python. Hello. Okay. After the third position, I want to print. Let us assume I will give the number 4 and see if it gives the other part. Okay. So if you want to find it after a certain position, you can do it like this. Whatever character you want to find, and the number. If you want all of them at once, there is another method that comes under regular expressions, but let us see if it works with strings as well. st dot find of h. Let us see if this will give all the characters or okay. This is also giving only the first one. There is something called find all that is not available to the strings, but it is there in the regular expressions. Okay. While working with regular expressions, I will tell you how we can get all the characters. But for now, in the strings, if you want any index, specify that and it will give the first occurrence. If there are multiple, then you have to specify at what position you are trying to check. Okay, after third position, maybe you have an idea. After checking the first one, you got to know that is there at third position. You still want to check, now it is at the seventh position. After the seventh position, also, if you want to print, then provide the number here 8 and it goes on. Okay. So otherwise, if you want to know where all the H is available, then you have to use regular expressions. That's a different concept. I'll tell you later. Is that fine?
Fine. Fine.
Yeah. Thank you. Now we have seen indexing. Let us define some lengthy string. Okay. I'm also going to comment this. Okay. S equal to hello. Good morning. We are learning Python for data engineering. Okay. We are learning Python for data engineering. So, wantedly, I'm making some additional symbols. Okay. So, first, let us find the length of this. Length of this. Okay, it is 65 characters long, which means the last index will be 64. Right. So, in this string, I want to know if all of the given characters are alphabets or all of them are numbers, or is it a mix of alphabets and numbers? So what is the thing I have to know? Okay, so we are given some text. I want to know if all of them are numbers or all of them are alphabets, or if there are any special characters. All of that I want to know. So for that there are some methods called is all num. Is all num means it will expect all the sorry, is all it is a combination of alphabets and numbers. First, let us go with is alpha. Is alpha. Is alpha will check whether all the given uh, characters are strings. Sorry, alphabets. Okay, it will say either true or false. See here, false. Because why is it false? Here, all of them seems to be strings, but still it is giving false because there are spaces, comma, and exclamation and a dot. These are not considered as alphabets. For time being, let us try to remove these additional symbols. Okay, I'll just have the space. See, still it is saying false because of these spaces. Let us also remove the spaces. Okay, now it is true because we have removed the spaces. So it means it will check for only alphabets, either uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. It will check for alphabets. Okay, now I'll define one more string n equal to, I'll define some numbers. Okay. S dot is is digit. Is digit will represent whether the given string is all numbers. Even though it is enclosed in single or double quotes, inside that I want to know if they are all numbers or all alphabets. Now I'm applying it on the S, which means this bigger string. So let us see if it is digit or not. We know it is not false. So now let us apply the same thing on n. Because n is containing all the numbers. Now write is digit. Okay. For n it is true, but for s it is false. Okay. So is digit means only numbers, nothing else, only numbers. Now is all num, either alphabets or numbers. Okay. This is either alphabets or numbers. If the string contains at least alphabets or at least numbers, either one of them, then it will be true. It's a or condition. You know the or condition. Maybe even though I have not told, or means if at least in the given conditions, if at least one of them is true, the output will be true. That is the meaning of or condition. Is all now. Yes, is all now. Okay, this is true. Because on the yes, we have alphabets, or let us write n dot is all num. Okay, so n is also true. S is also true because n contains all alphabets and s contains n contains all the numbers and s contains all the alphabets. Even though if there is a mix, I'm making it a mix. Still, they will be true. Okay, still it is true because it is a or condition. Okay, now let us see the other methods. S dot is alpha, is alum, is ASCII. These are not important. I'm just going to cover whatever is important for us. Who is decimal. Okay, it will just check for the decimal numbers, point numbers. Let us see. It will be false. Okay, because there are no decimals. Let us see it on the n. From the n, I'm going to remove these strings. N dot is decimal. This will expect the decimal numbers with the point numbers. Or it will also look for just the numbers. Let us say I have something after this dot. So now it is giving false. So decimal, it will also check for the numbers. Decimal or digit, both will check for the number. Let us see. Is this is of type boolean, returns to if the string is a decimal string, false otherwise. A string is a decimal string if all the characters in the string are decimal and there is at least one character in the string. It should not be empty. The meaning is it should not be empty and it should have all the numbers. Decimal or digit, the meaning is same. Okay. Now, okay, I want to know if all the given characters in the given string are uppercase or lowercase or mix case. Let us see. S dot is upper. It will say whether all the characters are in uppercase or not. Is upper false because our string contains the lowercase characters as well. So now let us similarly do it. Lower is lower. This is also first because we have a mix. Okay. S dot. There is something called title case. Is upper, is lower. 1 second. Is title. Title means the first letter of every word should be in uppercase. So let us say this is also false. Okay, because the first letter of each word is not an uppercase. This will expect spaces in between. Let us see. Let us define another string. Now on this, let us do this title case. I'll comment till here. S1. Okay, it is true because every letter, every word of the sorry, first character of every word is in uppercase. This is the meaning of title case. So it is title. Yes, it is true. Now let us say I want to convert all of these characters to uppercase or lowercase or some other case. We can do that. S1 dot. If you want to convert anything to upper, just write S1 dot upper. This variable name dot upper or variable name dot lower. I'll do all at once as dot lower. Okay. If you are not sure what this upper does or what this lower does, while writing itself, you're getting the prompt, right? So you can read that prompt so that you will be able to understand. So now I'm making it uppercase and also I'm making it lowercase. Let us see what happens. Okay, the uppercase. This is all converted to the uppercase. And here it is all converted to the lowercase, irrespective of whatever is existing. So there is something called swap case. Swap case means if it is in the lowercase, it will convert to upper. If it is in upper, it will convert to lower. Execute it. See here, in our string given input, H is in uppercase. Every first letter of every word is in uppercase. Here, if you see, that is converted to lowercase. Every first letter of every word is converted to the lowercase and remaining into uppercase. That is the meaning of swap case. There are other cases as well. S1 dot capitalize. Capitalize, I think this will also uh, make the first letter of every word into the uppercase. Let us see. Okay, capitalize means not the first letter of every word, only the first character of the string that will be in the uppercase. Okay, only first character. Only first character of string will be in uppercase. Okay, so that's the capitalized. Title is first character of every word should be in uppercase for the title case. First character of every word should be in uppercase. Okay. And we have something called starts with, ends with. Starts with means if you want to check your string, whether it is starting with a given characters or not, then we can use starts with. Let us say our string is starting with hello. Yes, you can write just H or HE or how many characters you want, you can write that. I just want to check if my given string is starting with the word hello. Yes, true. It is starting with hello. If you make it a smaller case, it will give false. It is case sensitive. Okay, it is case sensitive. It is false now. Okay. Similarly, we have ends with S1 dot ends with. See here, our string is ending with morning, so you can just write G Yes, it is true. Or you can write any part. It should end with that. Okay. Or you can even write the entire string as well. So starts with, ends with. You want to know if our given text is starting with the given characters or ending with the given characters. It says either true or false. Right. There are various other methods you can try explore yourself because when you write something, see here, all the methods are popping up. You can try all of this. There are n number of methods. Okay. So I'm just covering whatever is most important and extensively used. So there is also this count method. You want to know how many times the each letter is appearing. S1 dot count of. I want to count the letter E. How many times this E has appeared? Only one time. Yes, E is only one time. Let us check O. That is also case sensitive. O is repeated 4 times. So, but we don't know at what positions, right? So for that you have to use the index. We have already used that index s1 dot index of O. It will give only the first occurrence. At fourth index, it is starting. So after fourth index, I want to know where it is. After fourth, it is at seventh. I want to know after seven also at where it is. So sorry, I have to specify eight here. At eighth position also, we have that. Okay. So likewise, you can find the index count and if there are any extra characters in the string, I mean, if there are any spaces to the left, any spaces to the right, and you want to trim that, we have some functions called strip. Okay, we have functions called strip. Let us see. I'll define one more string. Sorry, what I'm discussing. Okay, strip. Yes, to equal to. Intentionally, I'm making some spaces here. Okay, Python. So print length of s2. And one more thing, the string is unmutable. Unmutable means we cannot change the values to the string. If you want to replace some character here, that should be stored in the new string, not in the original string. You will get to know that slowly when we are discussing list, that would be more clear. Okay. For now, understand that string is immutable. Integer, float, string, boolean, all these are immutable data types. Immutable means we cannot change the values once defined. But you can overwrite that. If you define the S2 with the word sequel, that would be overwritten. So that is not that's not called as immutability. The immutability is within the original string. If you want to replace something, so if you are able to do that, that becomes mutable. Otherwise, it is immutable. Okay. Now the length is 13. Even though this Python has only 6 characters, there were spaces before and after, which makes the length 13. Okay, so now I want to remove the spaces because in a real time, whenever we get data from various sources, there might be spaces in the raw data. It is not in a correct format. There might be spaces, and you want to trim that. So then you can use print of. First, let us try to print only Python, how it is printing. S2. See here, it has also spaces to the left and right. Previously, everything was printed at the extreme left. Only this Python, there was a space because it's there in the input as well. So now I'm stripping that S2 dot strip. just strip will strip all the spaces from the left and also from the right. See here, return a copy of the string with leading and trailing white space removed. If characters is given and not none, remove characters in chars instead. So, which means that if it is a non-empty string, okay, if there are spaces, it will remove that spaces. Let us see. See here, the previous S2 print and now this print. So the spaces were removed. The spaces are removed. Okay. So how do you know? Left side we are able to see the space is removed. On the right side, how do we know the spaces are removed? Let us get the length of this, comma, length of S2 dot strip. Usually the length of Python is only length 6. If after stripping, what is the length? See, after stripping, the length is 6, which means that the right side characters are also removed. Now, I don't want to strip all the spaces. I want to just strip on the left side. So for that, we have L strip. Remove spaces only from the left side and check the length. After removing, check the length. Length of L strip. After removing the left spaces, what is the length? Okay. So total length is 13. Now, after removing left spaces, it is 10. Okay, similarly, you can do the right strip as well. It will remove the spaces from the right side. R strip. Total length is 13. After removing the spaces from the right side, the length is 9. Okay, on the left side, you can see the spaces. Okay, now let us see if we can strip any other characters. It won't accept any other character. It should be only none because it is intended to remove only uh, the space, not other characters. Let us still try and see. Now this time I will have some stars. Okay, let us try this. I'll make it as S3. Okay, it was able to remove characters as well. See here, I specified to remove stars. Let us say this side we have another characters, and I'm stripping only stars. Okay, only stars were removed and other characters were remaining as it is. So likewise, you can do whatever you want to remove additional characters, you can remove that. So that's all about strip. So if you want to replace some characters, now let us say this S3, I want to replace some characters. Mm, I will store it in S4 because S3 is immutable. We cannot directly replace the characters in this. After you replace, it should be stored in a new variable S3 dot replace of. What do you want to replace? See here, it is giving the index old string and the new string. I want to replace star with 8. Okay, I want to replace star with 8. Let us see if this will replace all the stars or just only one. Replace argument 2 must be string, not integer. Okay, it should be replaced with the string itself. I'm going to replace star with 8. See here, all the stars were replaced with the 8. Okay. Now, maybe I don't want to replace all of them. I just want to replace only 2 stars. just replace only 2 stars. Okay, so let us see. I'll make it as S5. Under S3 dot replace of, this time I'll replace with 9. Only 2 times I want to replace. I did not print S5. Sorry. Okay. So only 2 stars were replaced with 9 and 1 star is still remaining. So based on your requirement, you can replace the characters. Done. So till now, we know that single quotes or double quotes have the same meaning. But now let us see where is the difference, where this single quote and double quote has a different meaning. Let us say we have some special string called S equal to it's raining. Okay. So I want to print this as it is. With this symbol as well, I want to print as it is. Okay. Now, this single quote, if I provide single quote outside as well, then it is an error. It's an error because it is understanding like the single quote started here and it is ended here. What is the meaning of this? I don't know. This is how it is understanding. Now, in order to print the inner quote as it is, because there were some places it's raining. This in the English sentence, it's raining. It should be printed as it is, right? So print this yes now. So if you want to have single quotes inside the string, enclose the outer string in the double quotes. Okay, enclose the outer string in the double quotes. See here, now it is printed exactly as it is. Okay, right. Now we have something called double quotes inside the string. Now, so we are learning Python. Python, I want to highlight. Some important words will be enclosed in double quotes, right? So we are learning Python. This time, if I enclose the outer string in the double quotes, then it will throw error, right? It will throw error. It was able to understand like this is the part of the string I'm able to understand till here, but what is this? Okay. So in that case, write single quotes in the outer string and print this. Okay, see here. Now it was able to print as it is with the double quotes as well. So now let us say if we have a mix of these two, S2 equal to, it's a mix. It's raining and we are learning Python. Let us see, we have a mix of both of them. It's raining and I have both the things to be considered. Okay, it's raining and we are learning Python. I want both of them to be considered. In that case, there was some special characters. Okay, there is an escape sequence. We can mention escape sequence. So you can enclose the outer string either in single quotes or double quotes. It doesn't matter. So just enclose it whatever you want. And wherever you want to print as it is, this hyphen should be printed as it is, right? So there should be an escape sequence. That escape, we call it as a backslash. So now it will be printed as it is. Now this Python also, this double quote should be printed as it is. There should be a backward slash here. Again, this double quote should also be in the backward slash. So now it should be printed as it is. Let us see. Print S2. This backslash, we call it as an escape character. I'll write it here. Backslash is an escape character. See here, now it has printed as it is. It's raining and we are learning Python. Right? So even while you are defining the same word, I mean only one scenario is there in your string, then also If you still want this to be in single quotes, then write a backslash here. Okay, then write a backslash so that it will act as an escape character. So likewise, wherever you want this single quotes and double quotes to be printed as it is, irrespective of whatever you enclose it, then have this backslashes. That's an escape character, which helps us to print as it is. So this is the only difference where the single quotes and double quotes have a different meaning. So otherwise, everywhere it is the same. Either you use single or double, it doesn't matter. Ooh, okay, I think we are good with the strings. I'll stop it here. I will continue with other data types tomorrow. So the same concepts applies to list and tuple as well. We'll quickly cover them tomorrow. So I'll share this file in the chat window. Meanwhile, let me know if you have any questions. So I think with the today's session, you were able to find some difference with notebooks and the Python file. How convenient the notebook is compared to the Python file. Because in Python file, every time we have to comment whatever is not required for us. Okay. Okay, good. Let me know if you have any questions.
So
Otherwise, you can drop. Yep.
in real time, they're gonna ask us as a requirement. Uh,
Sorry, in real time, what?
they're gonna ask us to as a requirement to delete the spaces or something like that. So in real cases, how it is.
The requirement won't be like that. So, being a data engineer, we used to get the raw data from various sources. They might be text files or CSV files or somewhere. We need to
Mhm.
clean up the data. So, in that cleaning process, we might require all of these options. Either we might need to replace the special characters or remove the spaces, something. To clean up the data, we need to know all of this. They will not directly ask you to make write a string, replace that, replace this. They won't ask you to do that. They will just give you some data, the raw files. On that, you have to do some manipulations. For that, you need to know all of these concepts.
If we want to print like if hello world, if you want to
Hmm.
print H and then W, if you have like initials, starting of our names and then initial, if you wanna
Hmm.
print only those initials,
Okay.
how can we do?
I'll, I'll tell you. I'm sharing my screen. So there is another method. I think I missed it. Okay. So assume this word. It's raining and we are learning Python. I want to split at every space. Okay, every space I want to split it. Split this. St dot split off. I want to split at a space character. SPL. Okay. So let us see the output. See here now each word it is splitted and we are got it as a comma separated values. Right. So now let us check the data type of this. That this is why I didn't tell this concept right now. Anyways, type of SPL. It is of class list. List is another data type in the Python. Now you are asking me, so I want only the first character in each word, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this list concept we'll discuss tomorrow, then you will understand. This is also like this is one word, this is one word. So each one is like this is at zeroth index. This complete word at zeroth index, this is first index, second index, and so on. We'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
That comes under the list. Okay, as we have discussed the split function, let me also discuss the join function. So now these are separate words. Each word is separated. These are separate words. Now I want to join them back. Instead of spaces, I want to have some special character in between. So new string equal to, so dot join SPL. Now SPL is a comma separated words. I want to join them back instead of dot. I'll specify dollar. and print this. What happened? Okay, see here. It is raining. In between, we have a dollar. Raining after there is a dollar. Wherever there are spaces, that is replaced with now dollars. So we can either split the string or join back the string. Okay. So that's all I want to say. We'll continue tomorrow. Any other questions? So let me reshare the file as I have updated something. Okay, I have shared the file in the chat window. You can download that and drop off if you don't have any questions.
Ma'am, Sunday also is there class?
Sunday, management will inform you.
Oh, but tomorrow will be there, right?
Yeah, that also they will inform you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Please
Thank
let
you.
me know if you have any questions. Yeah. Thank you.
So
Otherwise, please download the. Yep.
tomorrow, what will be the class regarding?
Tomorrow,
Yeah, if it is there or the coming day, like Monday.
it will be about list and tuple.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you. Happy
Okay.
weekend.
Thank you.